It's time for us to break down more information on Hermes, the god of travelers and thieves. Let's dive in. If you haven't pre-ordered Firestorm yet, what are you doing? We have blown your minds with our brand new starter decks, the upgrades to the booster boxes, our amazing blister packs, and much more. And today I'm going to be revealing a handful of cards for Hermes, the new Wind Divine with a very dastardly effect that can send your Wind Elestrals from your deck to your Underworld, which is awesome. But the cards that complement Hermes and work with that effect are going to be key to his strategy, and I'm going to reveal and showcase a handful of them today. So let's just jump into it. Up first, let's recap Hermes. Hermes says that when you cast this Hermes, you can enchant up to 3 more Wind to it. You can disenchant 2 Wind from this Hermes in order to search your deck for a Wind Elestral and send it to the Underworld. And of course, I told you guys about Hermes and how you can pair that with the brand new Champion of Hermes Carry-Off, which essentially turns into an EQ out of your deck. You can send it to the Underworld and target and destroy an Elestral on the field, which is incredibly powerful. And the support cards that are going to come alongside Hermes that are going to get sent to the Underworld are what's going to be really what allows this awesome deck to function. One of the things I love about the design of Hermes is in its regular art, you see him all cloaked and kind of running away, but in his brand new full art, which will be one of the pullable cards in our booster boxes, you can see Hermes flying through the skies, looking awesome, taking his hood off. He's delivering some messages to the other divines, and this is a beautifully stunning card. If you were going to be a Hermes player, this is a card you do not want to miss out on, and an absolute treat to pull out of your booster boxes, so make sure you guys throw down for those. It's also worth mentioning that the regular Hermes will also be pullable as a holo in the booster boxes. We improved upon this back in Daybreak, and we're going to continue to do so to allow you guys to get more divine pulls out of your booster box packs and much more. Next up, I'm going to reveal 2 brand new artifacts for the Divine Rune Hermes, and these are really awesome because my man Hermes happens to have a couple different artifacts that he rocks with. The first one is the Caduceus of Hermes. Caduceus of Hermes is a 1-cost artifact that states when the empowered Elestral is destroyed in battle, you can target another 1-spirit Wind Elestral in your Underworld and special cast it. That is actually nuts. There are some pretty serious implications for this card that allow you to special cast other Elestrals from your Underworld and use this simple 1-cost artifact to be able to continue to get Wind Elestrals to your field. There's also some really interesting synergy with Hydrake, by the way, which will be a lot of fun for you guys to explore, but do not write this off. I told you guys that we're going to be improving upon our artifacts in this set and moving forward, and Caduceus of Hermes is a great stepping stone for that. Up next, Hermes' second signature artifact is the Talaria of Hermes. These little shoes allow him to fly around the world of Elestrals, and it's a 2-cost artifact rune that states that the empowered Elestral gets +2 defense. When the empowered Elestral is destroyed in battle, you can draw 2 cards. Then, if Hermes is enchanted, you can search your deck for a Talaria of Hermes or a Caduceus of Hermes and add it to your hand. So this card actually replaces itself by being able to search for itself or a Caduceus of Hermes from your deck as long as Hermes is enchanted, and even so, you're going to be able to draw 2 cards when your Elestral is destroyed in battle. So a lot of potential here that you can pair with this card to be able to regenerate more resources, get more cards off the top of your deck, replace itself essentially, and do so for just 2 costs on this incredible new artifact rune. This is just the tip of the iceberg for what Hermes can do, but some really cool artifacts to explore. I do wonder if Hermes is going to be the only divine to have 2 artifacts. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Up next, we've got Hermes' signature Elestral, his Carry-Off, Champion of Hermes. I mentioned this in the previous video, but Carry-Off comes to the field with 8 attack and 2 defense, and it has an incredible effect that allows you to shuffle an Elestral in your Underworld into your deck, so you can kind of replenish those Elestrals to use Hermes effect again. But most importantly, its effect states that when it's sent to the Underworld with Hermes effect, you can target an Elestral and expend spirits equal to the number of enchanting spirits on that target to destroy it, which means that you can send Carry-Off from your deck to the Underworld during your main phase with Hermes effect and be able to destroy any Elestral on the field. This is incredibly powerful, and it's going to be a really good toolbox card for Hermes decks to utilize moving forward. One of my favorite arts in this set is actually the full art box topper Carry-Off, of course alongside Hermes. You guys have seen it on the packaging, but this is the official reveal that one of the 4 box toppers you can get in every single booster box could be this incredible Champion of Hermes Carry-Off. Absolutely beautiful. I think this card is so incredible, and I know you guys are going to be excited. 4 different options when you open up a booster box to get different box toppers. I showed you guys that we had a brand new Carry-On plush, but now it's time to reveal Carry-On Champion of Hermes, a brand new card that is so good with Hermes effect. Let's break it down. It has 3 attack and 1 defense, and it is 1-cost Wind that says when this Carry-On is sent from your deck to the Underworld with your Hermes effect, you could special cast it from your Underworld using Wind Spirits from either your Spirit deck or your your Underworld. What this means is that you can use Hermes effect to disenchant 2 spirits, select Carrion from your deck, and send it to the Underworld. Carrion can then special cast itself to the field with the spirit from the Underworld, which is super clutch because it basically becomes a free cast at that point. And now all of a sudden, Hermes can enable any 2-cost ascension right out the gate. You can ascend any card from your hand onto the field. I think there's a handful of contenders for this that are going to be really strong, like Valakane, Chrysor, and maybe a handful of other ones we haven't quite revealed yet. So stay tuned for that, but Carrion is going to allow some very cool turbo plays with Hermes by simply sending it from your deck to the Underworld, and that versatility that Hermes is going to offer by sending cards to the Underworld is what's going to make it really shine. Up next, we've got another one of the signature champions of Hermes, and that is his Exaltair. Exaltair flies into the arena with 3 attack and 1 defense, and its effect says this Exaltair cannot be destroyed in battle the turn you special cast it from your Underworld. While your Hermes is enchanted, this Exaltair gets +3 attack. So if you pair this with Hermes, it becomes an incredibly powerful Elestral 6 attacker, basically with 1 cost. However, that other effect is very dastardly, and there's of course a card that will allow you to special cast your Exaltair from the Underworld with a little bit more ease. So stay tuned for that. We're not going to reveal in this video, but stay tuned because it's a really fun card, one of my favorite cards we've ever designed, and it's going to pair incredibly well with this brand new Exaltair. If you like that Exaltair and Hermes has you excited, make sure you guys pre-order Elestrals right now at shopelestrals.com. If you pre-order Firestorm, every $50 you spend gets you the Stellar Exaltair, Champion of Hermes, and you can do that up to 3 times. So if you spend 50, you get 1. If you spend 100, you get 2 copies. If you spend 150, you get 3 copies of this Champion of Hermes. But this is limited time. Once we sell out of these, they're going to be gone. And I do believe that because we're doing scaling pre-orders this time, we are going to run out of these Exaltairs. So make sure you guys get your pre-orders in early. Grab your Exaltair. This Stellar is beautiful in my opinion. I love this Stellar, kind of flying around the mountain cliffs alongside Hermes. I think it's gorgeous. And again, this is one of my favorite cards to play in the set. Hermes deck is one of my favorite decks. It is so fun. I feel like, again, we're just showing a little bit of it right now, but you guys are going to have a blast using this deck because there's some really cool combos you can pull off. And I told you guys in the previous video that our starter decks are absolutely nuts now, right? You're getting 2 starter decks, 4 packs, 25 bucks, but you're also getting double the chance of your Stellars. And there's of course a brand new Stellar that you guys can pull that you can find in these Hermes starter decks, and that is the Stellar Carrion Champion of Hermes, where only 99 copies are ever going to be made. I already told you guys about the effect, but this beautiful red Carrion is flying around in this really cool treasure trove where it's kind of gathered all of those little obols, of course, that you saw in the Scythe of Carryoff. Very cool stuff. This is a card that I definitely want to pull. I'm a big fan of this card. I love me some Carry On, Carry Off, and this is one that you're going to be super stoked to get when you open up your brand new starter decks. Only 99 will be made, but again, twice the chance now in your SDs. Make sure you pick up your Hermes starter deck, which is a double starter deck bundle with Zeus, of course, for just $24.99 at shopelestrals.com. Pre-orders are open for everybody, so you guys can dive in and make it happen, and you actually get that Stellar Exaltair Champion of Hermes promo for every 50 you spend while supplies last. And I'll tell you what, I feel pretty confident that we're going to run out of them this time because we're scaling them. Instead of it being 1 per every order, it's now up to 3 per order. So pretty crazy stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. shopelestrals.com, pre-order Firestorm. Tell your friends about it. It's so clutch to tell your friends about our brand new starter decks. Let them know, and stay tuned because we got more reveals coming tomorrow. And don't forget to add a carry-on plush to your cart. He's adorable and he wants you to be his friend. And of course, approximately 1 in 10 plushies will actually come with a Stellar plushie as well. Stellar Carry-On plushie is going to be crazy. You guys are going to love it. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's reveal.